A 16-year-old girl is sitting at her computer doing homework when she notices something strange in her neighbor's house through the window. Within minutes, her quick thinking and courage will prevent a tragedy that could have destroyed an entire neighborhood. This is the true story of how one teenager became a hero without ever leaving her bedroom. Before we dive in, what time are you listening? Where are you from? Drop a comment below and tell me. And please like and subscribe for more videos like this. Sarah Mitchell sits at her desk on a quiet Thursday evening in March. The clock reads 7:30. Her math textbook lies open in front of her, filled with equations she has been trying to solve for the past hour. She reaches for her water bottle and takes a sip. Her eyes wander toward the window. The sun has already set. The streetlights cast a warm glow across the suburban neighborhood. She can see directly into the Hendersons' house across the street. The family has lived there for 8 years. Sarah has known their daughter Emma since elementary school. They used to play together every weekend, but now they are both busy with high school and only wave to each other occasionally. Sarah returns her attention to the math problems. She picks up her pencil. A movement catches her eye again. She glances back at the window. Something looks different. She sees a strange orange flicker coming from the Hendersons' garage. At first, she thinks it might be a reflection, maybe headlights from a passing car, but the flicker continues. It grows brighter. Sarah stands up and moves closer to her window. Her heart begins to beat faster. The orange glow is definitely coming from inside the garage. She sees thin wisps of smoke curling up toward the garage roof. Sarah's mind races. She knows the Henderson family well. Mr. Henderson works late on Thursdays. Mrs. Henderson usually takes Emma to piano lessons around this time, but today is different. Sarah remembers seeing their car in the driveway when she got home from school. She presses her face closer to the glass. The smoke is getting thicker. The orange glow is spreading. This is not her imagination. This is real. The garage is on fire. Her first instinct is to call out to her parents. But they are downstairs watching television. By the time she explains everything, precious seconds will be lost. Sarah grabs her phone. Her hands shake as she unlocks the screen. She dials 911. The phone rings once, twice. A calm voice answers. Sarah tries to keep her voice steady. She reports the address. She describes what she sees. The operator asks if anyone is inside the house. Sarah says she does not know for certain, but she saw the family car in the driveway earlier. The operator tells her to stay on the line. Help is on the way. Sarah cannot just stand there and wait. What if the Hendersons are inside? What if they do not know about the fire? The garage connects directly to their house. If the fire spreads, they might not have much time. She runs downstairs, still holding her phone. Her parents look up in surprise. Sarah quickly explains what is happening. Her father jumps from his seat. He rushes toward the front door. Sarah follows him. Her mother grabs a flashlight from the kitchen drawer and runs after them. They cross the street together. Sarah's father pounds on the Hendersons' front door. He rings the doorbell repeatedly. Sarah can hear the faint wail of sirens in the distance, but they sound far away. Too far. Her father pounds harder. Finally, the door opens. Mrs. Henderson stands there looking confused. Behind her, Sarah can see Emma walking down the stairs. They have no idea what is happening. Mrs. Henderson starts to ask what is wrong. Sarah's father does not wait for her to finish. He points toward the garage. He tells her to get out of the house immediately. Mrs. Henderson's eyes widen. She turns and shouts for Emma. They grab nothing. No phones, no wallets, no coats. They just run. All 5 of them move away from the house and stand on the front lawn. That is when they see it clearly. Thick black smoke is now pouring from the edges of the garage door. The orange glow has become visible through the small garage windows. The fire is growing fast. Mr. Henderson pulls into the driveway at that exact moment. He has just returned from work. He sees everyone standing on the lawn. He sees the smoke. His face goes pale. He jumps out of his car and runs toward them. The fire trucks arrive within minutes. Three large red vehicles with flashing lights pull up to the house. Firefighters jump out and immediately go to work. They unroll thick hoses. They connect them to the fire hydrant on the corner. Water begins to spray into the garage. More firefighters enter through the side door wearing protective gear and breathing masks. The neighbors start coming out of their houses. They stand in small groups on the sidewalk, watching. Everyone is talking in hushed voices. Sarah stands with her parents, watching the scene unfold. Her heart is still pounding. Mrs. Henderson walks over to them. Tears are streaming down her face. She puts her arms around Sarah and holds her tight. She cannot stop saying thank you. Emma comes over too. She is crying. She hugs Sarah and tells her she saved their lives. Sarah does not know what to say. She just did what anyone would do. But deep down, she knows that is not entirely true. Many people might have dismissed what they saw. They might have convinced themselves it was nothing. They might have waited too long to act. The firefighters work for almost 30 minutes to completely extinguish the fire. When they finally finish, the fire chief comes over to speak with the Henderson family. He explains what happened. Apparently, an electrical problem in the garage caused the fire. Old wiring had overheated and ignited some cardboard boxes stored nearby. The fire had started small but was spreading rapidly. If it had gone unnoticed for just 10 more minutes, it would have reached the main house. The entire structure could have been engulfed. The chief looks at Sarah. He tells her that her quick action saved not just the Henderson family, but potentially several neighboring houses as well. Fires spread fast in residential areas. One house can quickly become 5. Sarah feels a strange mix of emotions: relief, pride, and something else she cannot quite name. The reality of what could have happened is sinking in. If she had not looked out her window at that exact moment, if she had ignored what she saw, if she had hesitated even a few minutes longer, the outcome could have been devastating. 3 people could have died. A family could have lost everything. Other families could have been put in danger. The local news arrives about an hour later. A reporter with a camera crew interviews the fire chief. Then she asks to speak with Sarah. Sarah feels awkward standing in front of the camera. The reporter asks her to describe what she saw and what she did. Sarah explains it simply. She saw smoke and fire. She called 911. She alerted the family. The reporter calls her a hero. Sarah shakes her head. She does not feel like a hero. She just did what needed to be done. But the reporter insists. She tells Sarah that many people freeze in emergencies. Many people second-guess themselves. Many people wait for someone else to take action. But Sarah did not hesitate. That is what made the difference. The story airs on the evening news the next day. Sarah's school hears about it. The principal calls her into the office on Friday morning. Sarah worries that she might be in trouble for some reason. But instead, the principal shakes her hand. She tells Sarah that she is proud of her. She says Sarah demonstrated the kind of character and courage that every student should aspire to have. The principal asks if Sarah would be willing to share her story at the next school assembly. Sarah agrees, though she feels nervous about speaking in front of so many people. The following week, Sarah stands on the auditorium stage in front of the entire school. She tells her story. She talks about the importance of paying attention to your surroundings. She explains that sometimes being a good neighbor means more than just being friendly. It means looking out for each other. It means taking action when you see something wrong. She tells her classmates that they do not need to be adults to make a difference. They do not need special training or superpowers. They just need to care enough to act. The assembly ends with thunderous applause. Sarah's classmates stand and cheer. Some of them come up to her afterward to tell her how inspired they feel. Teachers stop her in the hallways to thank her for setting such a positive example. Even students she has never spoken to before smile and wave at her. Sarah finds the attention overwhelming at times. She is not used to being in the spotlight, but she also feels grateful. Grateful that she was in the right place at the right time. Grateful that she trusted her instincts. Grateful that the Henderson family is safe. The Hendersons spend the next few months repairing their garage and part of their house. The insurance covers most of the damage, but the emotional impact takes longer to heal. Mrs. Henderson tells Sarah's mother that she has trouble sleeping at night now. She keeps thinking about what could have happened. She keeps imagining a different ending to that Thursday evening. An ending where Sarah did not look out her window. An ending where no one noticed until it was too late. But that is not what happened, and she reminds herself of that every day. Emma and Sarah become close friends again. They start spending time together like they did when they were younger. They study together. They go to the movies. They talk about their dreams and fears. Emma tells Sarah that the fire changed her perspective on life. She realizes how fragile everything is, how quickly things can change, how important it is to appreciate the people around you. Sarah feels the same way. She looks at her own family differently now. She hugs her parents more often. She tells them she loves them more frequently. She does not take any moment for granted. Months later, the local fire department holds a community safety event. They invite Sarah to attend as a special guest. The fire chief presents her with a certificate of recognition for her quick thinking and bravery. He uses her story as an example during his presentation about fire safety. He emphasizes several key points. First, always take potential fire hazards seriously. Never dismiss smoke or unusual smells. Second, know how to contact emergency services quickly. Keep your phone charged and accessible. Third, have an evacuation plan for your own home. Practice it with your family. Fourth, look out for your neighbors. A close-knit community is a safer community. Sarah listens carefully to his words. She realizes that her experience can help others. She decides to volunteer with the fire department's youth education program. She visits elementary schools to talk to younger children about fire safety.